Hello guys, it's me, the Quest of Anime here, and today we are going to be doing Nino. Now, we did Yotsuba and Ichika, so we're right in the middle of it. We're on the next one I'm going to probably do it's Itsuki since I have the least amount of ideas for. So yeah, I'm thinking of trying to collab with someone to do that, but that depends on if I can find someone to collab with in June. It all depends, but yeah, if you guys want that, then hit that like button, subscribe, and comment. I'll try my best to make that a reality. But yeah, let's continue. Let's start off with the video. So, we're gonna be talking about Nino. Now, when it comes to Nino, out of all the girls, I have to say that she's the one that my opinions of her have stayed consistent throughout the whole series. Throughout this series, I've always thought of her the same. I think she's still as amazing as she's always been. Heck, maybe I know that Ichika may have beaten her, but that's because I started to get an appreciation for her. Nino, she's been so great throughout this whole series, in my opinion, and she can easily take back first if she has a little bit more amazing moments. But yeah, let's get on to the video, like I said. I had a love and appreciation for Nino ever since season 1, which, out of all the girls, it's been inconsistent when it came to that. Like, Ichika I had even more appreciation for in season 2. Yotsuba I see more potential in. Ichika decreased for me. Miku is like to me now. But so yeah, out of all of them, Nino has stayed consistent. And for good reasons. During my time watching this series, I noticed that Nino is very protective of her family. She doesn't want anyone to be involved with her family, and she wants the family to be as strong as it's ever been. So when they were forced to have Fudoro as a tutor and they were forced into her lives, she didn't like that. And as well as she's super stubborn, it's like very hard to change her mind on anything, you know? So when it came to season 1, I'd say the concept of season 1 was him trying to form a bond with all the girls and having them trust him and be able to cooperate with him. And as you see in season 1, he did that with Miku, he did that with Ichika. Yotsuba, he didn't do anything, she kind of accepted him and so on. But when it came to Nino, she didn't fully trust him or was okay with him until season 2, which I'd say is the latest anyone have ever accepted him. And I'd say it all started with the whole her ripping up the study sheet that he made. One massive problem about Nino that always gets her in trouble and gets Nino and Miku fighting a lot is the fact that Nino is very prideful and very sensitive. Whenever someone insults her or something like that, she takes it very seriously. And whenever she goes on and makes a story of some sort, like in season 2, she blurted out that that this is boring. Even if she didn't mean to say that, she kind of sticks with it because I don't know why, she just rolls with it. Like in season 2, an example of this would be episode 2, like I mentioned. What happened was that Miku and Nino and the rest of the girls were doing, their usual studying. And during the middle of it, she was showing him how good she is at studying in a sense. And she did it, right? She did the questions and she showed him how her studying is going. She accidentally did the wrong section, the one that's not part of the test. Nino and Miku mentions that you're not taking this seriously, which got her pissed off and made her blurt out that she thinks this is boring, so that's why she's, not taken seriously. And then it all escalated to the point where she was continuing up this act and she accidentally hits the stack of studying sheets. If you look at it, the scene, she's kinda feels regret for doing that. She didn't mean to do that. Since I'm forced to keep it on landscape, you're gonna see that like this. Like, look at this scene real quick. She didn't mean to hit that. She really didn't. But when it comes to her personality, she kind of, when she does something, she kind of, sticks with it, whether she regrets it or not. And it tends to cause her a lot of problems like that. And because of this scene, the sisters kind of went drifting apart. But what I did like about this is throughout the whole thing, it was more focusing on Nino and a tiny bit on Itsuki. But when it came to Nino, she mostly got to spend some time with Fudoro, and Fudoro kind of realized that he really doesn't know her that well. He thought he did, but he doesn't really know her personality that well. Because like I said, when it comes to her, she kind of, does things in a fly, so she doesn't really say or do what she means to do. Sometimes she does something and she regrets it, you know? And throughout that whole conversation, she started to respect Fudoro, and I'd say the moment where she actually fully accepts him is the moment where Itsuki was mentioning how that my dude has no printer at home, so he legitimately handmade every single copy that they are using. And trust me, that was a big stack if you guys remember. Now, so one major thing I did like is the transition from a hatred to dislike to love, because she started to fall in love with the MC, and I think that was done very naturally. And in my opinion, it all started because she started to realize how much she does for them. Because of that whole, in my opinion, I'm not sure how it started that well. She noticed that, again, the whole thing that he writes this thing down all by himself, and the thing that he kind of sacrificed his own grades to help these girls out get up. It was used to be the number one in the placement exams, the placements, yeah. And he ended up becoming number 2 or 3, if I remember correctly, because he put a lot of time and effort into helping them, and he really worked hard to doing that. I think she saw this and kind of fell in love with him. And another thing I kind of like is she's so bold. Like, you don't see this in a lot of characters. She knows what she wants, she understands her feelings, and she was willing to say it and do some risky things. Like, she was about to exit out the door after he didn't hear her say I love you, but she didn't. Like, this is the part where you can tell where it all started, where we started falling in love. This scene when she notices, his grades went down from all 90s to A's and to just B's and A's, It went all downhill from there when it came to his grades. And this scene, she confesses his love to Fudoro. And he didn't hear it, right? She legit was about to walk out and not say anything, but then she decides, you know what? I'm gonna go clean with my heart and say what I feel, And she says it. She is very bold throughout this series. You see many moments where she's willing to take initiative and do what she believes is right, what she wants. Because she does not want to feel, regret over not pursuing her love, And heck, Ichika kind of realized how unstoppable she is, how she's legit willing to do anything for her love, and she legit called her an unstoppable train. She has no brakes, and I kind of agree with that. Last thing I want to note is when it comes to Nino, she could have easily ended up going the path that Ichika went because Ichika was willing to do anything for love, even if it hurt her family. Nino was willing to do anything for love, but she stick to the fact that she's very protective of her family and she sticked with that, you know? If she didn't, she would have easily went through the whole Ichika situation. So I was saying, they do have a very big parallel in that sense, and I kind of liked it. She's an amazing character, guys. I really think she's not underrated. I think everyone knows how great of a character she is. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you guys then.